Да, доброе утро.
Доброе.
Сейчас, извините, секундочку. Сейчас в данный момент происходит как будто такое постоянное осознание мелочей. Там смотришь, как кто-то разговаривает, там видишь, как губы шевелятся. Ну, как бы раньше не обращал внимания, там как звук выходит такой, что-то как луч солнца там светит на него. Ну и так, типа, как постоянно там идешь, там, как походка твоя, там тело меняется. Вот это, это тоже есть наблюдение за «я есть», или это другая вещь? И если это происходит, за этим наблюдать или как будто к «я есть» надо возвращаться?
Now I am all the time aware of things that I wouldn't notice before. Like when you talk to somebody, you see how their lips move, or when you walk, you can see like how your body moves, all of that kind of things.
Yep.
Is it also being aware of the I am, or is it something else?
That's it.
And if it happens, do I need to transfer attention somewhere else, or just leave it as it is?
That's it. This I am, this I is mine.
Вот это я есть, это ум.
It's a thought that is quiet.
Это мысль, которая тихая.
This is thought I,
Я мысль.
right? This is the only thing you can see.
Это единственное, что можно видеть.
The body and the mind.
Тело и ум.
Извините, ничего не услышал, зависло все. Как только Цезарь начал говорить, и зависло.
There was no connection.
I am is mind.
Я есть, это ум.
I.
Я.
This being is notional. It's a notion.
Это знание бытия.
The seer, right?
Видящий.
And you see the seer, right?
Вы слышите нормально или нет?
Ну вот сейчас, да, до этого красная была. Ну, показывает у вас красная связь. Я вот думаю, только у меня так или у всех?
No way. Really?
Сейчас, секунду.
Сейчас, да, слышно.
Apparently there is a seer, right?
Кажется, что есть видящий.
Ну да, да.
And the seer sees the world as separate from itself or not separate from itself.
Видящий видит мир отдельным от тебя или не отдельным.
Угу. Ну да, типа есть я и все вокруг.
That seer is the mind.
Этот видящий — это ум.
There is something that sees the seer, yes?
Есть что-то, что видит видящего.
Получается, во все эти моменты, когда я что-то наблюдаю, Всегда кто-то видит видящего.
In those moments when I see something, there is always something that sees the one that sees.
Yes, you are that.
Да, и вы есть это.
Почему-то как-то весело не становится от этого, какое-то такое, типа...
The seer disappears temporarily.
Видящий исчезает на время.
That's the mind.
Это ум.
He will not disappear fully.
Он не исчезнет насовсем.
It's not that he will never come back.
Это не
Right?
значит, что он никогда не вернется.
That's the individual self, right?
Индивидуальное я.
It's a thought form.
Мыслеформа.
If it is necessary, it will come.
Если в ней будет необходимость, она будет приходить.
Even if it is quiet, it's already good enough.
Даже если она тихая, это уже достаточно хорошо.
You keep it quiet,
Пусть она остается тихой.
and then it disappears.
Она тогда исчезнет.
You look at it, and it keeps quiet,
Вы смотрите на нее, она замолкает.
and then it disappears.
Потом исчезает.
And what you're noticing is that the mind is quiet.
Когда вы замечаете, что ум тихий,
You don't have any distractive thought,
у вас нет отвлекающих мыслей,
and then you can be more aware of what is happening around you.
вы можете осознавать больше все то, что происходит вокруг вас.
Ну, вот сейчас, наверное, так и происходит, что, ну, как бы, типа, и есть я, и просто усиленное осознание всего вокруг этих мелочей.
What is happening now is that there is I and there is like a hyper awareness of all these little things that are happening.
Yes. The mind is a way that you can perceive the manifestation in an imaginary, illusory subject-object relationship. That's all.
Ум — это то, что нужно для того, чтобы вы воспринимали мир через вот эти вот воображаемые субъектно-объектные отношения.
Who is the subject? I.
Кто является
Right?
субъектом? Я.
Caesar is the subject and Andre is the object.
Цезарь — это субъект, а Андрей — это объект.
This is thought.
Это мысль.
I and you, that's what the mind is.
Я и ты — это то, чем является ум.
Without the mind, there is no I and you.
Без ума нет ни я, ни ты.
Without the mind, there is only one self.
Без ума есть только ваше я.
Everything is one self.
Все есть ваше я.
There is no subject, there is no object.
Нет ни субъекта, ни объекта. Где открыться?
Получается, в этом случае все равно нужно, да, постоянно возвращаться, типа, к тому, кто это осознает. Да, что я осознаю эти мелочи, но, типа, опять же, да, типа, кто это осознает. Правильно я понял?
Then even though I'm aware of all these things,
Yes,
I need to go back to the one who is aware.
you are that which is aware.
He says that he needs to transfer attention from what he is aware of to the one that is aware.
The one that is aware apparently is the mind.
Тот, кто осознает, это кажется ум. Кажется, что это ум.
Who is aware? I.
Кто
Right?
осознает я?
Who is this I?
Кто этот я?
This is the I that claims to be. Huh? Ah, it's super loud again. Sorry. Are you following?
Понимаете?
Да.
Apparently, I'm losing my hearing, so I'm shouting.
Мне кажется, начинаю глохнуть, поэтому я все время кричу.
Who is this I? I am aware.
Кто есть этот я? Я осознаю.
That's a thought, right?
Это мысль.
That's a thought, I am aware.
Мысль, я осознаю.
But there is awareness of the thought, I am aware.
Есть осознавание мысли, я осознаю.
So who is this I that is aware?
Что это за я, который осознает?
See, the mind.
Это ум.
You cannot be aware of yourself.
Невозможно осознавать себя.
Never.
Никогда.
You can only be that which is aware.
Вы можете только быть тем, что осознает.
You cannot know yourself.
Невозможно узнать себя.
To know yourself is to be yourself.
Познать себя значит быть собой.
Yourself is the unknown.
Ваше я это неизвестно.
And the unknown is unknown to itself also.
Оно неизвестно самому себе также.
There is nothing that can know the unknown.
Нет ничего, что может знать неизвестное.
And the unknown cannot know itself.
Неизвестное не может знать себя.
To know yourself is to be yourself.
Знать себя значит быть собой.
Does it make sense?
Понимаете это?
Ну, да. Ну, сейчас такой приход, типа, ну, получается, ты просто все видишь. Просто видишь. Ну, типа, осознаешь и все. И, наверное, больше видишь подходы.
See everything or are aware of everything and that's it.
Yes. There is no moment that you are not aware.
Нет такого времени вообще, когда вы не осознаете.
You may not be aware of being aware.
Вы можете не осознавать то, что вы осознаете.
Or being what is aware.
Вы можете не осознавать, что вы есть то, что осознает.
That's working. This is way more comfortable to work from here.
Да?
Huh? It's way more
Compared
comfortable
to
to where we were before. What is
Сейчас
the
как-то активно про...
meaning of the mind disappears?
Что значит ум исчезает?
Disappears as being a separate individual self.
Он исчезает как некое индивидуальное, извините, отдельное я.
When the thought appears,
Когда появляется мысль,
which is the mind,
то есть ум,
it appears as if it is an ego,
кажется, что это эго.
right? I mean, that gives the impression that there is a person there,
Создает впечатление того, что есть там какая-то личность.
an individual person or an individual soul.
Индивидуальная личность или душа.
It is just thought.
Это просто мысль.
It's a self made out of thought.
Это я, сделанное из мысли.
Sometimes it's active, sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's absent.
Иногда оно тихо, иногда оно активно, иногда оно отсутствует.
Я так понимаю, тело тоже активно участвует в этом процессе. То есть, когда постоянно такие ощущения, может, даже болевые от сердца, справа, там внутри такое, что-то вот оно друг друга как-то меняет. То сейчас начал разговаривать, Цезарь начал говорить, и в сердце как будто там такое, что-то там. Но это такое может быть, или это уже это что-то нафантазировал и какие-то ассоциации еще?
Участвует в чем? В смысле? В чем тело участвует?
Ну, типа смысл в том, что ну, как будто что-то прогорает внутри, что болит, как будто оно трансформируется, как типа вулкан такой. Он выплескивается, оно болит, потом затихло.
Transform also through painful sensations.
Maybe, yeah.
Такое может быть.
The body also will the frequency of energy rises, increases,
Поднимается частота энергии,
or it changes,
меняется она.
and that will produce an impact in the body,
Это сказывается на теле.
and it may be uncomfortable
Это может вызывать дискомфорт,
until the body gets used to it.
пока тело не привыкнет.
The whole physical structure may change.
Черный мешок.
You may not notice it
Черный мешок.
too much from outside,
Возможно, не будете замечать какие-то изменения внешние,
but for sure from inside it changes.
но изнутри оно, конечно, меняется.
From the DNA onward, cellular structure, all that
Клеточная структура ДНК,
will suffer an impact.
все это будет меняться.
Huh? He went downstairs. Drake, are you going downstairs? No?
Just checking.
Oh, okay. So there is a state where there is differentiation, right?
Есть состояние, в котором присутствует дифференциация.
The mind is active, right?
Ум активен,
And I see different objects,
я вижу разные объекты.
right? The mind becomes still,
Но когда ум становится спокойным,
loses the identity with the body,
он теряет отождествление с телом,
and see nothing different from itself.
когда он не видит ничего отличным от
Right?
себя.
That's called samadhi.
Это то, что называется самадхи.
It's a mental state,
Это ментальное состояние.
because there is something there aware of all that.
Потому что есть что-то, что осознает все.
Then the mind collapses,
Затем ум коллапсирует,
and there is neither differentiation nor non-differentiation, right?
тогда не остается ни дифференциации, ни недифференциации.
Because for non-differentiation to be, there must be duality.
Потому что для того, чтобы была недифференциация, нужна двойственность.
Even for non-duality to be there must be duality.
Для того, чтобы была
Right?
недвойственность, нужна двойственность.
Because the seer, there is a seer and the seen
Есть видящий и видимое,
as two separate entities
как две раздельные
or one
сущности,
and the same.
или одно и то же.
Duality, non-duality.
Двойственность, недвойственность.
That which is aware is beyond duality, non-duality.
То, что осознает, находится за пределами двойственности, недвойственности.
So this state of non-duality leads you to the realization that yourself is beyond duality and non-duality, unity, separation, differentiation, non-differentiation, and so on.
Вот это состояние недвойственности приводит вас к осознаванию факта, что то, чем вы являетесь, находится за пределами двойственности, недвойственности, дифференциации, недифференциации и так далее.
Sorry? Of course you can. No, after the call we're going to eat and we have to go back to the old house and do the rest of the stuff. I guess no surely in the evening we can. No, we can't do now. Let's see what happens afterwards. So the one that says, "Oh, I am one with everything," that's a mental state. People believe that this is enlightenment.
Тот, кто говорит, я един со всем, это ментальное состояние. Но люди считают, что это просветление.
Or I am one with the self.
Я являюсь одним с истинным я.
If this one disappears, who is one with what?
Если вот он исчезает, то кто тогда един ни с чем?
Or is even the idea of oneness
Где даже идея о единстве
in deep sleep?
в глубоком сне.
And the boy dancer, maybe he can go now. Maybe he can go now. So we moved to a new flat yesterday. So
Вчера переехал.
Enrique is exploring more.
Эндрик исследует все. Можешь идти вниз.
You can sit here. You have a special gift to receive.
Can go downstairs and do it.
You have to check if it is not deep, then you can go anytime. You know how to swim anyway. Differentiation, non-differentiation, neither differentiation or non-differentiation. See?
Дифференциация, потом не дифференциация, потом не дифференциация и не дифференциация.
Duality,
Двойственность,
non-duality,
недвойственность.
and beyond duality and non-duality.
То, что находится за пределами двойственности и недвойственности.
So non-duality is not even the ultimate.
Недвойственность — это не что-то конечное.
Samadhi is not the ultimate.
Самадхи — это не конечное.
It leads to this realization,
Оно приводит к реализации.
but it's not realization.
Но это не реализация.
Otherwise, it's a mental realization.
В противном случае это ментальная реализация сознания.
That the mind realizing something.
Это ум осознает что-то.
That's a non-existent entity,
Несуществующая сущность.
a thought thinking that it realized something.
Мысль думает, что она что-то осознала.
You say, why nobody can speak about this state, if you can call it a state?
Поэтому никто не может говорить об этом состоянии, если можно назвать это состоянием.
Because in that state, this somebody is absent.
Потому что в этом состоянии кто-то отсутствует.
Then who is going to speak about that state?
Кто тогда будет говорить об этом состоянии?
To whom?
С кем
And how?
и как?
You're finishing the school, right? No? Yeah, you have got new friends. No? You want to go and check it out? So nobody know you are here if you can go downstairs. Nobody will see you. That's why the emphasis of keeping the mind quiet.
Поэтому важно удерживать ум тихим.
The quiet mind leads to no mind.
Тихий ум ведет к миру.
The mind is active, right?
Ум активен,
It keeps quiet
ум замолкает,
and it disappears.
затем он исчезает.
Now, sorry, I was writing in Spanish, so I have to pass the switch back to English. When there is mind, there is differentiation, right?
Когда есть ум, есть дифференциация.
When the mind comes and there is differentiation, still, right? The background, we don't lose touch with oneself. Yeah. We are no longer, the mind does not cover one's reality.
Ум больше не закрывает реальность.
The mind is there, but oneself still is aware of being that which is aware.
Ум есть, но вы все еще продолжаете осознавать, что вы есть то, что осознает.
Can you see that?
Вы понимаете?
So it's not going anywhere.
Оно никуда не исчезает.
Oneself cannot go anywhere.
Ваше «я» не может исчезнуть.
Huh? It didn't appear somehow.
Оно не появилось также.
It neither appears nor
Оно не
disappears.
появляется и не исчезает.
So it's not going anywhere.
Оно никуда не денется.
No need to worry about it.
Не нужно волноваться об этом.
The mind is not going anywhere.
Ум никуда не исчезнет.
Nobody's going anywhere.
Никто никуда не исчезнет.
Apart from the thought, I am going somewhere, nobody's going anywhere.
Помимо мысли я куда-то движусь, отправляюсь, никто никуда не движется.
And apart from the thought, I am doing this, that, or the other, nobody's doing anything.
Помимо мысли я делаю там одно, другое или третье, никто ничего не делает.
The world is not going anywhere.
Мир никуда не going.
Where the world is going, it's not going
It's not
anywhere. It's
disappearing.
not disappearing.
Мир не исчезнет.
So there is awareness of the world,
Есть осознавание мира,
there is awareness of the mind,
есть осознавание ума,
and there is awareness of being that which is aware,
есть осознавание того, что вы есть то, что осознает.
and there is awareness that all that is oneself, is one and the same, it is oneself.
Есть
Right?
осознавание того, что все это есть вы, что оно все есть одно и то же.
Сейчас, когда слышишь слова, и возникают сразу такие образы, там, целая вселенная, там тот, кто-то осознает, и такое внимание, типа, возвращается к факту, что момент, факт, что это все объединяет. Ну, что это как бы вроде большое все, но простое, типа момент. Ну, это так, ладно. Можно не переводить. Да. Получается, все остается на своих местах, чтобы как будто просто продолжался вот этот вот спектакль. Как будто типа личность останется, но все просто будет как бы играть. Неважно, типа это особо.
Everything remains on its places, and the game just continues for the sake of it.
See, your own words, that's what really matters, see?
То, что важно, что это ваши слова.
From your own understanding, right?
Они идут из вашего понимания,
coming from your own experience.
из вашего опыта.
The show must go on.
Шоу должно продолжаться. Трогай окна. Окна не трогай.
Хорошо, да. Большое спасибо.
It's absolutely necessary to hear a space so this the road runner can just move freely. Remember, the mind has to be still, not the body.
Помните, что ум должен быть неподвижным, но не тело.
Don't try to keep the body rigid.
Не пытайтесь удерживать тело в какой-то
The body is not interested.
позиции.
If the body doesn't like it,
Телу неинтересно и ему не нравится это.
leave the body alone.
Оставьте тело в покое.
All this attempt to keep the body still, right? It's a mental effort.
Эти попытки, направленные на то, чтобы удерживать тело в неподвижном состоянии, это ментальные усилия.
It's a form of control.
Это форма контроля.
And the body one gets exhausted out of that.
Это утомляет.
Now, if it happens by itself, right? That the body becomes totally, you will not even know that the body is motionless.
Если это произойдет само по себе, что тело становится неподвижным, ну, пусть, но тогда вы даже будете не знать этого, что это происходит.
The knower will not be there.
Потому что знающего не будет.
We don't need to lose body consciousness.
Не нужно терять осознавание тела.
One remain conscious of the surroundings.
Вы продолжайте осознавать окружающее вас.
And the mind is completely quiet.
И ум полностью тихий.
So if something demands you that the mind will be quiet. If something demands your attention, the mind will just work for you.
Если что-то будет требовать вашего внимания, то он будет просто выполнять работу для вас.
The mental responses becomes very sharp,
Ментальные реакции становятся очень острыми,
efficient,
эффективными,
and unselfish.
не эгоистичными.
There is no interest whatsoever in the result of the action.
Нет интереса в результате действия.
There is only interest in the action.
Есть только результат, направленный на действие.
Is the action for the sake of it.
Действие ради действия.
So unselfish doesn't mean good action.
Не эгоистичность не означает хорошие поступки.
Unselfish means that there is no self doing it.
Не эгоистичность означает, что нет никакого эго, которое делает что-то.
So unselfish is neither good nor bad.
Не эгоистичность это не хорошо и не плохо.
The mind is quiet, the seat is there, and then a message comes.
Вы сидите, приходит сообщение,
See, sensory perception is operating.
восприятие работает.
You may lose body consciousness for sure.
Вы можете терять осознавание тела.
And somebody may have to shout at you to bring you back to your senses, but
Кому-то придется покричать вам, чтобы вернуть вас в чувство.
It might happen, but it's not
Это может произойти.
necessary, and it is harmless, no problem.
Но в этом нет необходимости и нет вреда.
But otherwise, the mind is quiet.
В противном случае он тихий.
Then message comes, and you take the phone, and
Приходит сообщение, вы берете телефон.
then you do whatever you have to do.
Делайте то, что нужно делать.
Put the phone down, and the mind is quiet again.
Потом откладываете телефон, и он снова тихий.
If you are busy at the office or whatever,
Если вы заняты на работе там, или где-то еще,
the mind is working peacefully.
то он работает спокойно.
There's no stress,
Нет стресса,
there's no preoccupation,
нет волнения,
there's no fear,
нет страха,
no worries,
беспокойства,
no anxiety.
тревоги.
Even if the mind is active, one will not be aware of oneself.
Даже если ум активный, вы больше не будете не осознавать свое «я».
The peacefulness of oneself, the silence of oneself,
Спокойствие, тишину своего
the
«я»,
emptiness of oneself, or whatever
пустоту.
we like to call it, if it is possible to describe it.
Называйте как хотите, если вообще возможно описать это как «я». Кстати, вниз уже спустился.
You don't have to be worried when the mind should be active or inactive.
Не нужно волноваться о том, когда ум должен быть активным или неактивным.
If it needs to be active, it's going to be active.
Если ему нужно быть активным, он будет активным.
If not, it will not.
Если нет, то нет.
The mind has no free will to be active or inactive.
Ум не решает сам, быть ему активным или нет.
The mind is not a separate entity,
Ум это не отдельная сущность,
capable to be active or inactive by itself,
которая могла бы решать, быть ей активной или неактивной.
or the world.
Вот он.
The world has no choice to be,
У мира тоже нет выбора,
no choice to be or not to be.
быть ему или не быть.
The mind has no choice to be or not to be.
У ума нет выбора, быть ему или не быть.
And oneself has no choice but to be.
У вашего «я» нет выбора, кроме как быть. Несмотря на это, не исполнитель.
It's so cute. Huh? Go downstairs. Hmm? Look, everybody is binoculars. Huh? You push it. Mm-hmm. Sound it? Sound it. Good heart. Hard. You will not get broken. Look. Mm-hmm. Push it. Just exploring. 10 minutes left. Any questions?
10 минут осталось. Есть ли вопросы какие-то?
Looks more like a chicken than an eagle, right? It looks more like a chicken. See, the wings are small and there's no tail at the back. So it's like a chicken, and the chicken have these. Chickens have them.
Там внизу наши. Ты можешь там с ним побыть. Ты можешь там побыть с ним. Да.
Привет and hola.
Ah, I think so. Okay.
Cesar,
Yes.
is it easier to focus when you have no ego?
To focus on what? On things. Oh yeah, definitely.
Why is that?
Because
I
you
mean, I
have,
used to.
you have less.
Go ahead.
You have less. Actually, you have no mental distractions. The mind is focusing what it's doing. The one is focused mentally in what it's doing, not in what is not happening.
Yeah.
Are not lost in imagination, fantasies, mental projections, inner dialogues, inner argument with somebody at the office that is no longer there. And I'm on the way back home, I'm talking to my boss and arguing with him, right? And I'm still thinking what I'm going to do next day. See, tomorrow he will see, and all that stuff, you know. We are just focusing what is happening. So we are paying attention only what is happening. If the mind is active, if not, we are not paying attention to anything.
Yeah, sure. Because I try to focus at work and not and just be completely present. And especially when my manager, who's like really stressed out and tells me to do something, it just feels like I get hit by a hammer or something, and I feel stupid and I can't understand anything, even though I'm trying to be as present as possible.
But if you try to be present, you're absent. If you try, so see, just pay attention to what he says. For example, he's stressed out. Just let him be stressed out. What is it that he wants? So get what he wants, forget about his stress. That's not your dilemma. Your dilemma is to do as he says, no? He's a boss, you're an employee. Don't even pay attention the way he says this to you. That's not your problem, that's his problem, right? So your problem, your job is to do what you are requested to do. I guess that there's a company, there's a manager, some duties, he's in charge of making things happen, right? There are another people that are going to make this happen, right? So,
Yeah.
do your best. It's a very tricky question because I'm not there to know exactly what is going on. But if I react to my boss, then emotionally, mentally, right? If I don't react to him, but if I react to what he says, okay, Cesar, put these boxes there. So I react to that and I go and take the boxes and put them there. Are you following? That's no harm.
Yeah.
That's no big deal. Take the boxes and put them there. You may demand some physical strength. That's all.
I remember a previous teacher of mine, when he was doing, like after a meeting, if he was doing something on the computer and someone was sitting close to him, he would say, you need to move away because I can't concentrate, or you're blowing my mind, you're making my mind foggy. Is that like still some ego left in him or something? Or
No, see, you may need some space. You can kind of say, do you mind to move a little bit there because I have to do something here? That's all, right? If somebody is too annoying, you perfectly can say, do you mind please stop doing it? You may even have to shout to somebody, hey, please, enough, right? It's like from outside, you are stern. From inside, you still are soft.
Sure.
You can even punch somebody and be soft from inside. That's karate. Strong from outside, soft from inside. I told you 2 times, man. Leave it. Yeah, somebody may try to punch you. You may defend yourself once. Man, can you please stop it? Not because of man, I'm telling you, see, please. No, see, what's the point? Can you see what's going on? Do you want some more? Or shall we leave it like that? That's the principle of martial arts, see, to defend the weak and the righteous. That's the last, violence is the last choice, right? If you give me no choice, I'm sorry, I have to defend myself, right? So, or my family, or my whatever it is. You don't go here and there trying to punch anybody or try to attack anybody or to conquer anybody. No, you chill out here. You just don't. Sometimes you gotta be tough. You cannot be nice and sweet all the time.
Sure.
Sometimes you may need to use strong words. It depends upon the need. Right? It depends upon the demand at this moment.
I guess I'm still learning how to function
No,
in this world.
You don't learn this. This nobody can teach you. This you cannot learn. When there is no ego, this flows automatically, spontaneously. Whatever is needed in this moment, it will come. The energy, the strength, the knowledge, the tone of voice, the look in the face, all that comes by itself. You cannot learn this, nobody can teach you this. That's the problem with the spiritual teaching, it doesn't work. Because when you try something, you are repressing something else, and you're trying to change one thing for the other. And then you are repressing the other, right? And trying to be something else, someone else, trying to be good, trying to be kind, trying to be patient, trying to be friendly, trying to be loving. You are trying, right?
Sure.
So all these codes of conduct usually don't work because you are repressing the other conduct. See, you are changing one pattern of behavior for another, right? And you're identifying yourself with a new ones, right? Always be happy. And then I am not happy, then I'm told that always be happy. Now I am frustrated because I'm supposed to be happy always, but I am not. And then there is more conflict now. This gets worse, right?
Yeah,
love
sure.
everybody, but I don't love everybody, right? I hate everybody, right? Or at least most of them. But that's a fact. That's how I feel, right? Of course, all that is because of the sense of separation, duality, ego sense, right?
Yeah, sure.
Serve everybody. I don't want to serve these bastards. I mean, look at them. Why should I even take an order from these people, like a waitress, right? I don't want to serve them. They're all drunk and trying to. Are you following? So that doesn't work. So what it works is to get rid of all what you know, right? So there is nothing for you to identify yourself with. There is no pattern of behavior that you can possibly copy, repeat, reproduce, right? React, reincarnate. And then something will come by itself, spontaneously. And that action is neither right nor wrong, nor this nor that. It's just what is needed in this moment. And when it finishes, you don't learn that this way of behavior of this moment doesn't become the way for you to deal with the next moment. Huh? I know how to do this in these situations, then you do this. I know what to do in this situation, exactly what to do. No, you don't. And if you do, then you are finished, right? You are a robot of your own memory, right?
Yeah.
No knowledge.
Okay.
Somebody sent me a message the other day. I don't know if a good friend of mine. Let me see if I can find it. Sorry, I'm quoting. This is my friend Carlitos. Carlitos Renz sent me this message through. Somebody, see, I am mostly peace, love, and light, and a little bit of fuck yourself, right? Sometimes you can't even say that without being hard. Come on, can you come fuck yourself? Will you? Can't you please? Come on. I mean, even to your boss, come on, sir. I mean, can you please? Sometimes you may have to blow the thing up. See, there is no. There is a sage that appears in the Bhagavad Gita. He was called Durvasa, I think. And he was famous because of his short temper. Mr. Ratanlal, he will just start spitting fire, see, for no rhyme, no reason, apparently. So you cannot be nice and sweet. All this is maybe when the collective ego disappears, when maybe you're gonna be only peace, light, and love. But in the meantime, go fuck yourself now and then. It may work. Right.
Yeah, I understand.
Right. You can do it elegantly also. You can be charming, right? It depends upon the circumstances, right? You see why there is no way to be, it's not how to be. I mean, a lot. That mind is dead, that mind is old, right? That mind is reproducing, recreating, reacting, reincarnating something from the past. It's bringing the past to the present. So when the ego is gone, right, the mind is always fresh and new and mostly friendly, mostly light, love, and, and kind, right? It's always fresh, it's always young, right? It's always creative, one can say, right? Spontaneous, right? You never know what I'm going to say, what I'm going to do. You never know how you're going to behave. You cannot even, you never know. Right? That is one's natural state. I don't know. What are you going to do, Caesar, in half an hour? How am I supposed to? This is what are you doing tomorrow on holidays? How am I supposed to know? I don't even know what I'm doing now. Am I doing something or what? What? Caesar, what? What? What's the matter? Leave me alone. I don't know who you are. Who are you anyway? This is why we have to live in the forest. We have a swimming pool, right? That's okay.
Oh, nice. Somewhere to cool off.
Same price from the old house, right? Now we need a bigger space.
Is Thailand open?
Thailand is open, always open, has been open, always, and open-minded also always.
So people can come and visit you again?
You can come and visit me. That's why I also got a bigger flat.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought if this gets open again, people may come. In the other house, they wouldn't have. There was no space for anyone. We had a space for ourselves. So it's a big hall. You can sit here easily 30 people.
Wow. Okay.
On the floor.
That's impressive. Yeah. I'll have to save some money up then.
Anybody can come.
Say hello.
There are only few countries that are banned. These countries where the virus is like too hectic and there is a bigger chance of contagious, of transmission. Sure. But even Russia that has a big amount of COVID, they are allowed to come. There are some new agreements from India, which is big time, full growth. My suggestion to anybody that wants to come, forget about anything. Just contact the embassy and the embassy will tell you, yes, you can come, yes, you cannot come. Julia came just from Ukraine. She got vaccinated.
Oh, really?
Got vaccinated in Ukraine. Yes?
Which vaccine? Okay.
Which one?
Coronavac.
Coronavac. I never heard that. She got the Coronavac?
Китай.
Huh? 2 times.
Китай. China. China up to.
It's from China. Oh, fantastic. So she got vaccinated from China and she didn't have to go through quarantine. She arrived, next day, she's free, like a butterfly. And I think they will reduce the quarantine time to 7 days. Just talk to the embassy, they will be able to tell you what's going on.
Yeah, sure.
This is why they say, forget all what you know, forget all what you want, all your plans, all your expectations, all that. Right? So something fresh, natural, spontaneous, light, loving, kind can come, and if it is necessary, come on. Get out of your bloody self. Oh, good, yeah, whatever. Huh? You're going. Okay. Cool. Oh, you got your pals. Nice. Oh, these 2 gorgeous kids. Look at them. They study in ISP also, Indrek. No? They are from here. Hello, привет. We got a little ones invasion. So Nasty's leaving, so I have to babysit the entire new neighborhood. So see you tomorrow. Okay, Terry, it's not, there is no way of anything.
Yeah, sure.
Even the technology, the so-called changes in technology, something that advances, progress, none of that came out of thought. All that came out of observation. First, there was the observation of the situation, and then something new, see, a new thought, a new idea, a new way came up. So all these concentrations will never help.
Yeah, sure.
See, remember my physical condition, I was supposed to have a prosthesis, a hip replacement, a 3 operation in the spine, and all that stuff. And something from, I started observing, paying attention to the body, which I was not used to it. Right? And I begin to see, oh, okay, what is it? Ah, look at this. And then the nutrition, the diet, right? I dropped the vegetarian diet, it was not helping me at all. I mean, I'm not saying that may not help any other people. And to be honest with you, it's not 100% need, right? To realize that there is nothing to realize, right? It's a choice. So I changed my diet and I recovered my bone density, right?
Yeah, wow.
Even the bone grew back, right? And this yoga and this teacher, nothing. Myself, moving here, moving there. Yeah, a little bit of knowledge, I would say, right? But still, you have to be aware of your own body, right?
Yeah, sure.
It's not 100% recovered, right? But it still is there. I can do more things that I couldn't do because of physical limitations, right?
Yeah.
I can spend more, I can do this even more comfortably, right? Without having to go through this physical discomfort, having to sit here for 2 hours and talk to people.
Right.
I can do things that I used to do that I like, and actually I was living on that. My survival, when I will run out of any other choices, I will go and teach karate and I will get money from that, right? So that's back. You don't have to, certain personality means habits. So the habits are harmless, right? So why you should stop, right? Why should I stop drinking my coffee? And it's a habit, right? So some you keep some. The other ones just spontaneously comes. Right. Not always, not all have to go. It's a habit. Habit is something that you repeat, right? This is called tendency.
Yeah.
It's something that you habitually do. So you don't have to give up all that stuff. Now, why would you do something that makes the body to feel? You will feel the pain, whether you are enlightened or not. The body's going to be there, right? And you will be fully aware of the physical conditions. So why do something stupid, right? That will make you feel uncomfortable or painful, or I mean, that makes no sense, right? Even if something is there in the body, like a genetic code, right? That you got something, all that can go. Most of my family are intellectual. Intellectuals have a tendency to be physically stiff. They are intellectually stiff, right? And that gets reflected in physical stiffness, right? Nice muscle memory, all that. This can change. You don't have to. It's not that you're going to now take a mission to change all that. See? You go away, right?
Yeah.
And something else takes over. Yeah. Not everybody is like Ramana Maharshi is a very rare case, and all these Socrates and Jesus. It's like the self itself, in order to rediscover, because nobody else is there, to sacrifice some human bodies like that. That makes no sense to many people. Many people may freak out by listening to that. But Ramana had to sit for such a long time for the sake of many people, right?
Yeah.
Like you are not Ramana, I'm not Ramana Maharshi. We don't have to be like him, or like Jesus, or like Socrates, right? Buddha himself, right? It's a conspiracy theory that he didn't die accidentally from food poisoning. So,
Thanks, Cesar.
don't try, just be, and you already are. Observe the mind, let it be. Don't try to just observe it. And then you will see all that stuff operating in you. And you see how all that begins to wear off. In fact, if you merge the mind into its source, right? Because the mind is all that, right? I and all that are one and the same, right?
Yeah.
The self and this self-knowledge, the knowledge of this self is one. So you bring that self into the source, right? It's made out of energy. The mind is made out of energy, right?
Yeah.
So you bring the manifest, right? In the own manifest, and the absolute will do whatever it pleases with it and bring it back. The mind is a tool of the absolute. The mind has no free will. There is no individual self capable to think in this way or to do that, this or that. Right?
Yeah.
This is why we can't change oneself. All this transformation, trying to become and how to be, and this is absolutely ridiculous. This will happen, but you don't know how it's going to be the outcome of that. So something may stay, something may go, something new may show up, right? You will never know. Some patterns will disappear, some patterns will remain, and new ones will show up, right? Whatever turns the absolute on. Whatever the absolute fancies, right? Okay, this now. And off you go. Because what is the mind? Is that by which the absolute belief is experiencing its own content objectively, right? Because with our mind, the absolute doesn't know a thing. With or without mind, it still doesn't know a thing. It has to, itself creates an entity to fool itself. Can you believe it? Produces a mental self, right? Manifest a mental self that produces self-forgetfulness. That's the meaning of the world, the individual, and the self are not three separate entities. So the world, the individual are the self, therefore the self alone is. Then, what is the boss and what is the employee and who is nice, kind, light and love and the rest of it? Okay, gotta go.
All right. Thanks, Cesar.
Okay. See you on Wednesday, huh? Or tonight is the last work of the week. My God.
Cesar, what time are your Spanish?
Bye-bye.
One?
The night talks. The night talks.
Yeah.
9 p.m. Bangkok time.
Okay, cool.
9 p.m. Bangkok. Everybody's welcome. Anybody's welcome.
All right, thanks.
The Spanish people are more participative. Participative, can I say that?
Yeah.
Latin people are more expressive. With the mouth and with the rest of the body. And we got permission to express oneself. In any possible way. Okay, 9 p.m. Bangkok time, right? Same days, from Wednesday to Sunday.
Okay, cool.
Okay, bye-bye guys. I need to keep on unpacking and move the rest of the things in the house.